Welcome to DeKalb, Illinois, and home of the Northern Illinois Huskies, and we are looking forward to a sensational showdown that the fans have been ready for quite some time. Today, an intra-conference battle between a couple of MAC rivals. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Western Michigan Broncos, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Northern Illinois Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Northern Illinois about to kick it off as we get things started. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So Western Michigan's offense will take the first swing of the game. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on 2nd down from the 18. Harris will throw. They're setting up the screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. And the Broncos come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, going up top. Unloads to the wideout. And he intercepts it. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. And the ball is picked off. And the senior just snatched the ball out in the air and gave it back to his offense.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They're ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. They want to get this defense on its heels. They'll run play action. He hurls one deep down the left side. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. the Broncos will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and
he's going for the big play. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run it from the gun. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
He leaves it with the back. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Hold it.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. They've already failed to convert on 4th down once in the 1st quarter. Doesn't stop them from trying it here. He's going for a big play downfield. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
There were very big expectations surrounding this guy coming into the season. He's delivered week in, week out. With that last catch, he's now got over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
And offenses nowadays, they really just count the numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Quick pass on the fly motion. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Would have been a 52-yard field goal attempt from here, so they'll try to pick up the 1st down here on 4th. Back to pass, it's Glow. He's got a 1st down and maybe a lot more. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out.
Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Northern Illinois.
And how about the job blocking by the wide receivers? If you're going to play receiver in this offense, you can't only want to catch the ball, you've got to be willing to block. They did a great job there.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Western Michigan, 0.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Bowman.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. And the Broncos want to crank the tempo. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Taking it the other way. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Caught over the middle. It's Turbin.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Makes the catch. It's Turbin. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Northern Illinois has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. And the Broncos want to move quickly. Motion from the offense. Comes out throwing on first down. Unloads to the wideout. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
I'll tell you, if you're going to throw it to the perimeter of the field against zone coverage, you got to have really good anticipation at quarterback, and you saw it there. He threw that before his guy had even turned around. Accurate throw, they're able to make the play and get the first down.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. The Broncos looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. The throw. He's got it on the move. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. 3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. Slams ahead. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Ready to try the point after.
On for the extra point.
Right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. West Virginia is running away with this one. Give that O an A+, and belt out another verse of country roads. They're up 14 over UCF. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Touch pass on the right. Oh, what a move! Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And here comes the offense on second down. Back to throw, it's Grove. Pocket starts to collapse. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Trying to show their strength with the run on fourth down. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Huskies have this offense rolling. They'll leave it with him. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding this receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Northern Illinois right back to the line. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Huskies line it up with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Grove. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Northern Illinois!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put up.
He's loose. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to it. The quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Brings up second down.
After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's man. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. DB's right up on the receivers. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Huskies! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, but they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. A third and long coming up here. Harris back to pass. Dances away to buy time. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down. And the Broncos are in the hurry-up. He wants to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. Caught at the 25. Oh, look out on the right. Touchdown, Broncos. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If he has to be aggressive, if not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he's got it inside the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Huskies.
Quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
Western Michigan, 14.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like you've got a great scene there today in DeKalb. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Husky Stadium.
The Broncos will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made it.
Afterburners coming. He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets him up, makes the big play out to the left.
Going for it all. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
On the move at the 30. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
This is going to be a big... With the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the first down. They go to the ground. Hard running there. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14. Fast motion from the offense. They want to run this quarterback. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, This guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound.
Touchdown, Northern Illinois! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And for this receiver, hello, Viral.
Hello, Viral, and on every platform, everywhere. You're going to see it in top plays. Not 3, just continuing to count the touchdowns. This guy's been balling.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Washington had an impressive showing at home, and to do it with some of the legends of the past there, Mark Brunell, Napoleon Kaufman, and Lincoln Kennedy, what a special victory.
The give to the running back from the shotgun.
60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. And the Broncos moving quickly to the line.
And that's good enough for a first down.
He'll pull it on the read. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again.
You know, the problem with calling option is that you can't limit the hits on your quarterback, and he got absolutely leveled by the defender on that one. Now you got to wonder how many more times this coordinator wants to call that play.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Got it in the middle. It's Turbin. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. On the run, it's man. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Broncos!
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
What an unbelievable effort that time by the running back. Great vision and showing off his speed. And now with that big gain, he puts his head coach in a position where he's going to have to make a decision here what he wants to do on 4th and short.
How about the confidence? This coach is very confident. 4th down, backed up in my territory, inside my 20, and you go for it? Wow, you better get it, and you did here. So great coaching.
Holding. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on...
Oh, picked off. Oh, how did you make that move? And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the back. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Western Michigan. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. That's the end of the quarter, and Northern Illinois has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. It's complete. A huge pickup. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6. He's got 93 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. 6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Looking downfield, it's Grove. Finds his target down the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Northern themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Unloads it left. He's got it. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. The Broncos in the hurry-up.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way.
Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. Harris will throw. Pressure coming. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. The offense set for a 1st down play. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? On 1st down, here comes this offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Looking to the big tight end. Pulls it in. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. He's going to pass. That's reeled in. It's man. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. And the Broncos want to pick up the tempo.
Well, and here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by so much so late in the game. The defense now is...
Touchdown, Western Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Minnesota is ahead right now in Minneapolis, but that's not exactly Bronco Nagurski out there controlling the game. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Nebraska. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking to move it through the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got a man, it's Turbin. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I just love the awareness there, understanding where he is. He didn't get the first down, but he gets out of bounds. He knows he has a timeout in his back pocket. So he's still putting his offense in position here to drive the field, score, and win this game.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Harris back to pass. Caught. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Jordan. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Western Michigan.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the 4th. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes. He unleashes a long one. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays, and now they're set up in the red zone.
Explosive plays are great, but you got to finish the deal. 1st and 10 in the red zone. He's now up to 104 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Guys, this is the kind of finish we hope for. tie game. Offense with a chance to grab the lead in the waning moments. Trying to surge it in. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been awesome. Some back and forth. Now you take the lead late. Nice job by the offense. And now you just need your defense to come through for you. One more time. One stop. Less than a minute remaining. Go out there and finish this thing.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They'll need to be very sound here, limit this return, and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They're bringing heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
This late in the game, fourth quarter, go time, we got to make plays. We got to go to those things that really, really work well. We can't waste too many more downs. I know it's third down coming up, but we got to put this thing in full throttle.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up fourth down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the fourth, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. He'll pull it down. Still on his feet at the 45. Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week